The spread of the coronavirus.
Spread of a deadly new virus.
How deadly is it? How fast can it spread? And how prepared are
As
we?
experts fear, it could become
It can
a
lead
pandemic.
to organ failure, pneumonia and death. There's no treatment, so prevention is a top priority.
We're going to a different place, which is a new normal.
A new normal.
A new normal.
A new normal. A new normal.
New normal.
Embrace the new normal.
The new normal.
The new normal.
The new normal.
New normal. This new normal is going to look very, very different.
Not normal, but a new normal.
World Economic Forum rolling out their whole plan to restructure the world, the Great Reset, that we need to combat this terrible crisis and the terrible state of police brutality that we find ourselves in. Everything that these people who run the World Economic Forum have done, and now they're offering us their solution, which is to basically lock everybody into a smart prison.
The Great Reset, that just sounds scary and confusing, and apparently rich people are pushing for it. Rich people like Klaus Schwab. And do you really think that they will give up their wealth? Obviously not. That only applies to us normal people. And their slogan is, "You'll own nothing and be happy." No, I'm not really sure about that. I just kind of love the idea of owning shit, you know? Like, communism 2.0 doesn't sound that appealing to me. And thankfully, communism tends to kill itself anyways, you know? And if you know anything about history, you will see that communism has failed 100% of the time. People end up suffering, and the people at the top are living like kings. Giving more authority to incompetent governments is dangerous. You've seen how they handled this pandemic. Completely unprepared and completely incompetent. And remember, the people who shut down the economy, they aren't the ones missing paychecks. They're not the ones suffering. It's kind of funny them saying also that this is an opportunity. Makes you wonder what this pandemic really exposed. Not only that, but it makes you question the pandemic itself. And don't you dare question anything. And if you do, you're called a conspiracy theorist. By the way, this whole idea is not a conspiracy theory. Oh, no. It's out in the open. The Great Reset is being pushed by the World Economic Forum publicly. More people need to open their eyes and see this shit. I find it funny when rich people like Schwab tell us what's going to make us happy. First of all, this is an attack against humanity. And let me explain to you why. First, they package it all up neatly, and they try to make it sound all great, and that they all of a sudden care about people. And you know that's bullshit. They want you to depend on them. The elite will own everything, and you'll own nothing. No thanks, I won't allow that to happen. George Washington and the boys would have been stacking bodies by now. This pandemic has shown us how quick people are to give up their rights. And even Elon Musk calls it as it is.
The extension of the shelter in place, or frankly I would call it forcibly imprisoning people in their homes against all their constitutional rights, that's my opinion, and breaking people's freedoms in ways that are horrible and wrong, and not why people came to America or built this country. What the excuse me. People, the outrage, it's an outrage.
This whole pandemic has been blown out of proportion. And let me ask you this. If you own nothing, then do you truly have freedom? If the government is going to dictate your life, are you truly free? If you depend on the government, are you really in a good position? The answer to all of that is a big fat no. Well, now that I think about it, wait, do you smell that? I smell a social credit score. And don't you dare question anything, because if you give up all your freedoms, critical thinking will be outlawed. This is not about caring about the people. This is all about control. And nobody elected these filthy elite to speak for the world. This whole situation with the pandemic and Great Reset and the new normal are all starting to seem a bit fishy. Everything just seems to be a little too perfectly put in place. Every domino is in perfect position, that it's impossible not to question it. guys, that's gonna be it for this video. And if you took anything from this video, the moral of the story is think for yourself. Don't let anyone do it for you. Not the media, not the government, and certainly not me. Think for yourself and enjoy freedom while it's still here.